We are doing ribs two ways today up here at the Mossy Ledge Farm. We've got baby back ribs with a sweet barbecue sauce, and we're doing country style ribs with a dry rub and a sauce. So what are these again?
They're called country style ribs. It was actually a bit of marketing genius from a butcher in Chicago about 50 years ago who couldn't sell shoulder meat, and so he sliced it into pieces and called it country style ribs. And
country style ribs. So they're not really ribs at all, but for the purpose of this show, it's pork and we're slow cooking it, which we love to do. So tell us about your sauce.
It's about a 14-ounce can of tomato sauce. We use about a half a cup of brown sugar. I like it a little sweeter. Stacy likes it a little less sweet.
He would use a whole cup if I weren't here.
I would. 3/4 of a cup of cider vinegar. We put in molasses, about a tablespoon and a half of molasses, which gives a little bit of sweetness, but really kind of gives it a rich color. And then we put a few other things in here. There's salt. There's about a teaspoon of salt, about a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I put in a couple good shakes of cayenne pepper, hot red pepper, which gives it just a little bit of zip.
We're going to do the two that have the bone in them with Jonathan's kind of sweet sauce, and that reminds me more of like a Memphis style. It's pretty sticky sweet. And then I'm going to do my two that don't have a bone in them with just a dry rub, because I like to add my sauce a little bit later sometimes, and I prefer a less sweet sauce. So my dry rub is 2 tablespoons of paprika, that's the base, tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of dry mustard, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of Mexican chili powder, and regular chili powder is fine. You can also leave that one out if you don't like chili powder so much. You don't want to use too much though, because then it'll taste like chili and not like barbecue. And then this is something that you may not use or have in your cupboard. It's called Aleppo pepper. We can get it at the local grocery store. I like it because it's like a warmer, slightly smokier heat than cayenne. But if what you have is cayenne, just use maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne in your rub, or even less. You could do shakes of it. This is a full teaspoon of Aleppo pepper, and it's a lovely warm sort of flavor. And I'm just gonna mix all these up, and then we are gonna get both of these on the meat.
That sounds good.
All right, so the sauce has cooked down now for a couple minutes. My seasonings all mixed up, and we are going to get these in the oven. So Jonathan made these cute little aluminum foil pans. If you're just doing one type altogether, they would naturally be all together. And you could even just use a smaller pan that's foil lined. The foil will help your cleanup big time. So let's see your sauce there.
So it's got that nice rich color because of the molasses that was in there.
Yeah, and the brown sugar. And if you don't have molasses and you don't have brown sugar, you just have white sugar, that works too. It just changes the flavor. That's the best thing about making your own sauce, is you can really do what you want in it. I like a more vinegar based. Jonathan likes a more sugar based. And sometimes we'll do 2 different racks of ribs actually at our house. So with the spice rub over here, I'm going to just very liberally put it on both sides of the ribs. Use this if I make a very large like summer pork butt. I will rub it with all of this seasoning. And there, mine are good. Yours done?
Yep, they look fantastic.
And the seasoning is fantastic for anything. Beef, pork, fish, it's great. Okay, so we're gonna switch out.
Cover these a little bit more?
Yep. Cover them with a little foil to start with. And just go in the oven.
I'm gonna go in for about 4 hours at 300 degrees, cool temperature. We'll take the foil off for the last half hour, it dries up the top.
Great, okay, I'll take this pan, and you get that pan.
All right. Well, let's see what we've got.
Wow, look at those. We'll trade. Those look amazing. Let's taste.
Let's taste. This is the best part, right?
Right, absolutely. So this is the sweet sauce. Look how beautifully that just falls apart.
It does.
And this is his sauce. He made this yesterday while I was at work. And so it has a whole cup of brown sugar, which you can see has this beautiful caramelized type thing that happens here with the sauce. I'm gonna dunk in the sauce actually. Hot and really, really good. These are awesome. They're a little sweet for me, but they are awesome. You guys will love them. Try it at home. Don't put so much sugar if you don't like them sweet. Add more sugar if you want. The other thing I would put in this is mustard, dry mustard, which Jonathan doesn't use. So, you know, we vary. Do what you love the best. And try it out. It's always easy to try something new.
And fun to experiment.
And let us know how it goes. See you soon.
Bye-bye.